On that remarkable day of the declaration of the State of Israel in Hay Iyar, the 14th of May 1948, so many people were celebrating, dancing in the streets of Tel Aviv and around the world, celebrating the remarkable occasion. David Ben-Gurion, the one who announced the declaration, the first Prime Minister of Israel, would write in his memoirs on that night that this was for him a day that he knew would have an element of mourning and he could not celebrate. He said, "Today they dance and celebrate. Tomorrow there will be war and blood will be spilt." And indeed, blood was spilt. 6,000 dead, the most costly war in all of Israel's history, as we know. 1% of the entire population passing away, in a war where a horrific price was paid, but for an incredible achievement. Ben-Gurion would also say, 5.5 months before, on the 29th of November, after the historic decision of the General Assembly, voting in favor of the partition plan and recognizing the right of the Jewish people to the land of Israel, to part of it, Ben-Gurion again would write in his diary, "Today they celebrate. Tomorrow there will be war and blood will be spilt." Incredibly, both of these wonderful days of ushering in a new epoch, a time of ingathering, a time of independence, was somehow covered and enveloped in blood. This, of course, is exactly what Shabbat HaGadol and the experience of Yetziat Mitzrayim is all about. It was a great Geula, the greatest, as we all know, but so much blood was spilt. In fact, in Ezekiel chapter 16, there's an incredible metaphor, a description of a child who is bleeding, left out in the field, covered in the blood of birth of the placenta and wounded. And Ezekiel comes to the child and says, "Va'omar lach b'damai chayi, va'omar lach b'damai chayi." Through your blood you will live. And yes, I tell you, through your blood you will live. And indeed, the Jewish people, the birth of the Jewish people then, the original redemption, and in today's generation, has been covered with blood as part of the natural process of the birth of a child, and indeed, not only naturally, historically, the birth of a nation. And I say in conclusion that Shabbat HaGadol is the transformation of the blood of suffering into the blood of redemption. We were commanded to take the Pesach Mitzrayim, to take the God of Egypt, to sacrifice it, and to spill the blood on the mezuzot, on the doors, in order to fend off the angel of death. And this was indeed, says the Midrash, to do 2 acts of spilling blood, but for positively, a sign of determination, converting suffering into Geula. The blood of the Korban Pesach and the blood of Brit Milah, that you can only bring a Korban Pesach, the Paschal lamb, if you have had a Brit. And hence the Midrash says, twice it repeats in the verse that Ezekiel says to the child, "I will tell you that you will live, through the blood you will live, the blood of Korban Pesach and the blood of circumcision." That ultimately the suffering and the pain, which is inevitably part of the new epoch of a child being born and of a nation being born, is blood which will ultimately be turned into blood of determination, blood not only of sweat and tears of suffering, but sweat and tears of determination, converting indeed suffering and difficulty into redemption and a brighter future for us all. Shabbat Shalom.